In this video, we'll be introducing exponents. But let's go over what we already know. We already know that multiplication is just repeated addition. So to give you an example, if we have 2 times 3, we just know that is basically saying you're adding 2 3 times. So we get 2 plus 2 plus 2, and that is equal to 6. The thing that we're going to be learning new here is the idea of repeated multiplication. And repeated multiplication is exponents. So if we have 2 to the third power, now instead of repeated addition, we're going to have repeated multiplication. We're going to do 2 times 2 times 2, and that is equal to 8. To give you another example, let's say we have 4 squared, or 4 to the second. So the big number is the number that's getting multiplied, and the small number is the number of times you're multiplying the number by itself. So we have 4, and it's 2, so we have 4 times 4, and that is equal to 16. Just to go over some terminology, let's say we have 2 to the third. How this is said, this is just basically saying 2 to the third power, or also 2 to the power of 3. Sometimes you'll see it as just 2 to the third. Now, this big number here, this first number, the 2, that is called the base. And in the base, that's the number that's getting multiplied repeatedly. The second number here is called the exponent. And in the exponent, that's the number of times you're multiplying the base by itself. It's basically the number of copies. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to do some practice. I want you to solve problems 1 through 3, and then we'll check in and see how you did. So go ahead and pause this video now so you can work on it. All right, let's see how we did. So if we have 2 to the fourth, we know that is basically saying 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You're multiplying 2 by itself 4 times, and that is equal to, let's see, this is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2, that's 16. Our next one, we have 5 to the third, so that's 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. Let's see, and then 25 times 5 is 125. Now the third one, it says 10 to the second power. So let's write that, 10 to the second power, or 10 squared. And that is just saying 10 times 10. And we know that is equal to 100. Something else to note, sometimes you'll see a problem like this where it has 7 and this caret symbol to 3. The caret symbol just represents an exponent. So if you ever see this caret, that's just basically saying 7 to the third power. Now let's go ahead and just solve this for extra practice. Go ahead and pause the video to give yourself time to attempt this. All right, so 7 to the third just means 7 times 7 times 7. You're multiplying 7 3 times. Now let's go ahead and solve this out. 7 times 7 is 49. So 49 times 7, let's go ahead and do the math right here. 49 times 7. So 7 times 9 is 63. And 7 times 4 is 28. And 28 plus 6, we get 34. So our final answer here is 343. So that's all that we're going to be covering here in this video. We're just introducing exponents. We'll be learning some more stuff about exponents in the upcoming videos.